And after losing that game against the Pasay Voyagers way back in March, they have not lost since. Wilkin Lee with his second free. And now, grabe, 33 straight wins.
Yes.
En route to historic national finals appearance.
And I feel ang ano dyan, ang magandang ginawa rin nila is that they acknowledge their effort and the outcome of the very first season last year. They started building from it, and Coach Yong has really, guided the ship into where it is right now, pulling in players that was very key in their rotation. They brought in Jason Brickman, played a game in Paco Arena in one of the regular season games. He never came back in the regular season, and then once that Caloocan season playoffs began, that's when they got Jason Brickman back. And so when Jason left, the big question was who is going to be the key point guard of the Weavers outside of Marvin Taiwan. And I guess, the answers have really been evident here in the postseason, that Marvin Taiwan was going to be fine working alongside Jason Brickman. And Jason Brickman was really a guy that, really just wanted to mesh alongside the guys of the Weavers.
They reviewed that last out-of-bounds play. At one last touch, si Jay Collado.
Daming kamay na tumapik.
Si Cortiza pala.
Yan ako sa Cortiza.
And I think the underrated aspect, Coach Mike, of how ABRA did it is that ang daming bagong players din that became part of the equation, and yet you never felt like the chemistry got off.
Yes. Yun ang impressive actually. I mean, hindi ganun kadali na humawa ka ng isang team na halos lahat ng players de calibre. This is a good mix of veterans and young players. At start of the season, parang karamihan mga batang mga players ang hawak nila. They almost look like a collegiate team. But then when guys like Mike Ayon and Jason Brickman started joining in, talagang mas lalo nag-iba. Jolo Mendoza even coming in. Talaga nakita mo yung malaking difference at naging development at progress nitong ABRA Weavers.
And a foul given up by Chiu Chu. This is the fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners.
I'm sure hindi lang si David Defonso matagal-tagal na inasam yung pagkakataon niyan. Even his fans from the ABRA Weavers have waited for that moment when they see DI on a slam finish, and with that Selly of the raise the roof.
What about tong Pangasinan Heatwaves? Coach Jerson Cabiltes under scrutiny.
Yeah.
Ever since last year. Sabay silang sumali ng ABRA last season. Disappointing finish for Coach Jerson. Not even making it to the playoffs in his first year with the Heatwaves. Came back the following year, this year. And despite having a lot of talented players at his disposal, they had to go through the play-in. And the odds were really stacked against them for the entire postseason, and yet they made it all the way here to the North Division Finals.
One thing that it's really painful in the playoffs is to see really good teams that have stretched themselves in the regular season, got past challenges in the playoffs, only to lose an elimination game. And the Heatwaves, they get their flowers, they've done well, and I'm sure they're going to build moving forward with this start here in this season.
A job well done for the ABRA Solid North Weavers.
Indeed.
We have the new kings of the North this season as ABRA sweeps Pangasinan here in Rosales, their very first appearance in the MPBL National Finals.
And more importantly, it's a 33-game winning streak, and they have not lost since that game against Pasay. They have not lost in the playoffs so far. And whoever comes out in the south between Binyan and Quezon, you know, they will really recognize that they're up for a very competitive team, and a dominant at that in the ABRA Weavers.
Our best player of the game is powered by 747 Live. We have Dave Ildefonso. What a performance tonight against Pangasinan in game number 3.
Breakout game in the playoffs. 7 of 15, 46% shooting. He was 6 of 7 from the perimeter. He had 14 rebounds, a couple of assists.
That he has adjusted time and time again in this series.